And now we are live. Hello, hello. I'm gonna continue working on this painting of Scirocco. So earlier this week, if you were here, you know that I was working on the face and on the hand. Now I'm gonna move on over to this arm and the little bit of the table that you see. His face still needs some work. I'm not completely happy with it. Maybe like 90%-ish there. But since it's wet paint now, I can't really touch or correct anything without it getting muddy. So I'm kind of forced to move on to other parts of the painting before I can go back to correcting some little things on his face. It also gives me time to just kind of pause and reflect about what I'm thinking about changing, adding, taking away, and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes taking a break from little things in a painting that you want to fix is a good tip to do and a good idea. And yeah, so let's get started. I think, yeah, I'm gonna just go add some details to the hand and the sleeve, and then move down towards the table. So we'll flip this around. Hey, Win, how you doing? Yeah, so I have, what do I want to do? Actually, I need to switch my reference photos. It's like, wait a second. There we go. All right. And I have, there will be some like really light white highlights on the shininess of the bracelet, but I'm going to wait until that fully dries. So I'm just going to work on the hand here. Kind of thinking about what colors I need. It looks like just highlights of orange, I think, is really all needs to be done. Maybe some highlights of blue too on like the inside of his palm. So I have orange and I have blue mixed. I'm just adding some turpentine, kind of revive them a bit. Ooh, nice. Awesome, Win. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're doing good. And like to hear that you have a drawing in progress. That's awesome. Today is definitely a sleepy morning. I'm a little sleepy. Outside of painting, I've been working hard on making prototypes of the tails, the cosplay tails to go along and match the ears. That's been a process. Sorry. Oh, I know, right? I do have a cup of coffee here. It's true. No, I did not add any more details. I have not gone back to this painting. I've been working on other projects and I've been working on the tails. So that's where all my attention has been gone to. Hey, it's Nacho. Hi, Nacho. How you doing? Yeah, just getting back to work on this one. Kind of have to be careful of where I place my hand on the canvas because I'm like, wait, did I work on this part? I think this is all dry, if my memory is correct. Well, obviously it's confirmed because I just put my hand down and there's no wet paint anywhere. So I know this is still wet right here, and this is too. Oh, hello. I see someone here has followed. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm always working on projects and all that, so I'm always painting. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, I promise I'm always working on new projects. It's always different too. Sometimes I'm painting, sometimes I'm working on cosplay. You never know what really to expect. So, yeah. Or tiny foods, that is true. I did do a really fun stream where I made some like tiny resin food. And that was fun. I like tiny things. As you can see, I basically work with just tiny brushes. Not by choice though. It's because, well, it is by choice. But it's because I like tiny details. Small things. Oh, oh, hi George. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for visiting me at Fan Fusion and stopping by my booth. Thank you, and thank you for stopping by the stream. This is awesome. Yeah, well, welcome. I'm sorry that I know my streams are like early morning, which is on weekdays, which is a lot of people's working hours, but it was just what worked best for me. But at least if you miss any of my streams, I have all the VODs listed up on my YouTube. But yeah, thank you for joining. At first, when I saw that you put the exclamation mark YouTube to see if the fairy bot would put the link to my YouTube, and it didn't do it at first. At least on my end, there was a slight delay, and I'm like, does that need to be added? I'm like, I thought the fairy bot had that, but it does. It worked. It was just delay on my end. And I just shared because I thought my thought process was funny. Oh, thank you. My prop wall back here. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, all the pretty much all the props back here made by me. Most of them. Um I have so many ideas of more props that I want to make in the future, a lot that are in the works in progress. Hopefully one day we'll find a nice place up on display. Yeah, feel free. Thank you, Win, again for putting up the Discord. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, it's chill. It's just a place for artists to share their work, and I post when I'm going live, and if I can remember, new posts on all social media platforms. Yeah, so just chill today. Um, this is pretty much what I wanted to add to the hand. There was some light that I wanted to before I go to the DJ table. There we go. I think sometimes I spend a little bit too much time on the details, but I think that's also the details is what really makes the paintings. Oh, the are you meaning what's Oh, are you meaning the little stream avatars? Yeah, they're just like little like well, I have them up here as little dragons, but they're just like little avatars, and you can do exclamation point and then like jump or like say like an action. And you can make your little avatars do something. I don't know if it's active. I have to recheck. I thought I did, but I guess at one time it wasn't. If you scroll down on my profile, it should have a little block that says like stream avatars, and you can change and like customize their little color. But at one time, I thought I activated it, but the other time it said that it wasn't there, so I have to double check that, but it should be there. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a little mini game kind of thing. So yeah, like little stars go by. I don't know how to activate the game boss, but or like the battle royale stuff, but you could do that. They're like little interactive kind of pets at the bottom floating in the screen. It's just something fun and cute. Yeah, anyone who's chatting, it gets the little avatar. At least that's how I have it set up. You can totally customize them to appear whenever, like whether people are watching or um, whether they're the subscribers, followers. But I have it whoever's chatting. You get a little baby dragon. So yeah, so I'm just adding little highlights here and there. And I'm pretty I'm like debating if I add even more highlights in this sleeve because it is further back, but you know what, it actually might look better if there's at least some highlights. Let's experiment a little bit. Oh yeah, actually. Oh yeah. Okay. That's good. See, even me, like, I still, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if this will work or not. Let's see. Always experimenting, always trying something new. Here we go. Yeah, no, I like it. So why I keep looking back, I know I've explained this in past streams, but just saying again, is that rather like normally when working on a painting and I want like a further back perspective of it, I'll stand up and go away, but I'll be out of the camera constantly doing that, so I just use this monitor and my camera to see it from what it looks like from a distance. So I'm looking there not just for the chats, but also for myself of, hey, where's what does my painting look like from afar? All right, there we go. So I got this arm pretty much done. Just I'm gonna do some white highlights on the bracelet once it fully dries. So I just have to wait. Um, you know what? Now that I see something here, before I go onto the table, I'm just gonna add some blue, just so his shirt doesn't look so flat right there. A little reflection of blue. There we go. All right, so now for this part here, I'm gonna look for my reference picture in front of me. I don't know why, but I always lose it in this folder. There it is. So what it looks like is that I'll be sketching some buttons here, and rather than, since it's all like in perspective, rather than just like freehanding it with paint, I'm actually gonna draw on with pencil super lightly. And I don't know if this catches on the camera very well. Maybe kinda, sorta, not really. At least you can see that I have a pencil. Yeah, and I'm just sketching an outline of and that's should be able to erase. Yeah. Anyway, I can just paint right over any smudge marks. Fuzzy. There we go. So super simple kind of outlines, but it's enough for a guideline for me, which helps me out. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll just freehand something, but sometimes I don't want to do that. I want to be a bit more precise. I just use this mechanical pencil. I don't know what lead quality it is. I think I don't even know. Like just standard. I don't use when drawing like this on canvas, I don't use any like drawing pencils like you would for graphite drawings. I just use like a normal pencil just for drawing, like for writing. Gosh, I haven't done one of those. I haven't worked with specialty pencils like the graphite ones in a long time. Like where they're different hardness levels and stuff. I haven't worked with those since like high school when we did do graphite drawings, which were fun. I still have a lot of those pencils somewhere. Don't know where exactly, but I know that they exist floating around somewhere in my room. Ah, yeah. There you go. Yep. Yeah, yeah, Nacho pretty much explained it. Good. Yeah, if you don't talk for a while, they kind of disappear. But if you chat again, then the little dragons will reappear. Yep, and then I just go in with the button. And right here. Where shall it be good? Yeah, but I don't want it to be too far off. There we go. There we are. I don't know, is that a good place for it? I don't know. It's funny, I've been doing streaming for a while now, and I'm still trying to figure out where's a good placement. Good viewing point on the camera. I think that's one thing I'll always be trying to experiment and learn. And then for the darks and the lights on these buttons, I think like the extreme lights, I will have to wait because I kind of went in really dark. Maybe even a little too dark, but it'll be okay. I can make it work. Yeah, so I have I do have a lot of supplies. Um, and my art, I keep them all right here in my office. So, thankfully I have now a room that is just dedicated for my art supplies. Before I had it all just in one room, but yeah, now I have it here. And I try to keep organized the best I can. Because it does make it easier. Sometimes it's tricky though. Very true, Win. Very true. It is. And right now, so these buttons almost have like this like triangle like effect in their own reflection, and it's proving to be ever so slightly tricky on me, but I think I'm getting it. Question mark. And this button here has like a green light around it, which I think is going to, I know I'm probably going off of like, since I'm changing the color, it's probably not going to be technically correct, but for the sake of the painting, making it green, it'll be the only green in this whole painting, and I really wanted to keep the colors orange and blue. So I'm changing the light to blue for reasons. Otherwise, I think it'd be odd. It would like stick out, I think, too much. There's probably some DJ out there seeing this that's like, no, don't change that. Be like, I'm sorry. I'm being creative. And then I'm gonna go in with like, so I got a nice dark blue, but to make this really look like a light, I have to go in with, of course, light blue. I know, sounds so redundant. Oh shoot, I did not intend to do that. Why'd you spill? No. There we go. Hey, it's Evoli. Hi, Evoli. How you doing? Sorry if you've been sitting in here for a while. I was like super concentrating. You know me though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the sun is very very warm. It is hot here in the desert. Yeah, you can see that. Do I look like I know I'm getting more tan. I'm like standing I am enjoying the sun, but for a little bit I'm out because it's so hot. But yeah, I'm starting to get tan again. I know, right? Enjoy the summer, enjoy the tan. Oh my god. Except here, it's like you'll say that and then you'll get outside and be like, well, I spent a minute and I'm already sweating. Not even a minute, 10 seconds sweating. Step outside, sweating. Same when I want it to rain too. We need some rain. I definitely agree. I think that the wildlife here would very much appreciate some rain too. It's okay. That took me a minute to get. I was like, so I can sing and dance. What? I'm like, oh, I don't sing, but I'll dance. I will do that. I love to go dancing. Don't do it often, but I do love to go. That is true. That is a real curse that a lot of people experience. As soon as you wash your car, it'll rain for some reason. It's like the desert makes a joke on all of us. Really? Possible storms on the 4th of July. What a time to have a storm. Well, if anything, though, if it cools things down, a lot of people like to be outside. So, it might not be so bad. if it just cools stuff down, but not very good if it's like super stormy. We'll see how stormy it gets. Huh. All right. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. We got a lot of birds that I swear they target a clean cars. Dirty car, they're like, no. Clean car, let's do our business. Yep, that definitely happens. Alrighty, Nacho. Well, thank you for stopping in. It was good to see ya here. Ooh, nice. Well, have fun at the movies. Enjoy. I hope it's a good one. It should be. Anyways, enjoy, and I'll see you later, Nacho. Bye. Oh gosh, Evily, that's funny. Yeah. Bye, Nacho. What is going on? We'll see what happens. I swear sometimes there's weather forecasts and they'll be like, there's gonna be rain, and then there's no rain. Or they'll be like, there's rain, and it like just drizzles, and not even like a good drizzle. It just like for 2 seconds the clouds come in, and then it like goes mist, and then clouds disappear. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of rain gets started. Bringing the attention back to the painting, I will say that I am very much enjoying painting the reflection on these buttons. I am having a lot of fun actually. I like painting reflection. I find it fun, and I find if you do it right, it's so satisfying. Like to see the shininess. Yes, yes. There is Evil. There's K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix. And I think it came out like 7 days ago and everyone's super hyped about it. I watched it last night and it was so good. Highly recommend. Definitely now one of my top favorite movies. So good. Um yeah, the storyline I thought was unique yet still like relatable and understandable. And I guess relatable. But yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it as that. I'm not gonna say too much. But the music in it, super good. The animation's amazing. The expressions are so over the top. I love it. So it's so funny too. It's it gets deep, but also it stays really funny. So highly recommend. And I'm trying not to want to start a new cosplay because the characters are so cool. But gosh, it's so hard because I see so many of my other cosplay friends like my new cosplay, and then they show different characters, and I'm just from the movie, and I'm like, oh, don't tempt me, please. I have too many projects, too many cosplays in the works already. Ugh, I'm tempted to cosplay along with my friends. So we'll see what happens. I might do an impulse cosplay. I might. I don't know why I do this to myself. We'll see. I'm not promising anything though. No one hold their breath. Because I have a lot of cosplays that I was like, you know what, I've started and I've spent money on supplies. I should probably do those first before anything else. So, but then sometimes impulse takes me over and I get impulse inspiration, and sometimes though that impulse inspiration is the best inspiration to work on. At least that's my own interpretation or my own experience. I think some of my best work has come from just impulse creating something. Like season 2 Jinx, for example. That was a total impulse cosplay. I was like, ooh, I'll just make something for my next show that's in a couple of weeks at the time. Made that cosplay like in 2 weeks. Don't know how I finished it, but I think it's probably one of my best. Even though how simple it is, I love how it turned out for even for such a short time. So I don't know. I found that Jinx herself was an impulse cosplay, and I think that's one of my best. Same with Killjoy. She is too. Probably one of my best. Ah, it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Sorry if you've been sitting in here for a while and I haven't said anything. I'm like concentrating. Oh, Evilly, I'm talking about the season like 2 finale Jinx, you know, with the shark hoodie. It's that one. That's the one that I'm talking about. Yeah, I know. It's like, wait, which one do you mean? Shark hoodie. Hmm. Hey, that's awesome, Isaac. Happy birthday. Isaac, what are you going to be doing for your birthday? Do you have any fun plans? Oh, okay, Win. No worries, Win. I'll scroll up and I'll look. where is your, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, where's your question? And I keep scrolling. Oh, the movie is called K-pop Demon Hunters. Uh, it's brand new on Netflix. Like I said, it came out like 7 days ago. So probably if you just log in on your net, if you even have Netflix, but if you have Netflix, it'll probably pop up as like recently added because it's just so popular. But even if it doesn't pop up on your recommended homepage as soon as you log in, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, perfect. There you go. And I think you'll like it. I think you'll like that movie when it's funny. I think you'll like it. That's, that's fun and exciting, Isaac. I hope no matter what, you have a fun birthday. Sometimes a surprise birthday is like surprises can be a lot of fun. Get some good food, go do a fun activity. And that's exciting. It's like your first birthday in your new home. That's awesome. Yeah, I've noticed that evilly. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I don't know. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of people with like summer birthdays. Aw. I'm sorry, Isaac. I'm sure though you will make friends. You'll make new friends very soon. So, won't be the only birthday that you're alone with. And didn't you say you have family in Jersey? So maybe you could do something with your family. I agree with you, Bottle of Win. Hanging out with friends is a good thing to do for your birthday. It's fun. That's true. There is voice chat on Discord, which is always open. Yeah, if you guys ever want to just hang out in there, you totally can. Um, don't need to ask me permission. Just go and hang out. Hmm. And then these buttons are slightly different than the other ones. Not shape wise, but just in a reflective wise. And I'll add a little bit of orange to them. So just like any of the other objects in this painting, I'm always like thinking of where does the light come from? how would it interact with the objects around it? Yeah, so I would say that the buttons are churning out pretty good. There is some things that I'm seeing here that I'm like, they kind of look like they're just floating. So I might have to go back later and add in some shadows to kind of like set those buttons into the table so they don't just look like they're just floating there. It's funny how much like shadows can make a difference in where they'll be placed. And I'm making sure this is still in frame. Yeah, it's still in frame. Yeah, I'm really excited how this one's turning to life. I have had this idea for a little bit now, for a while, and it's fun when, I don't know, I always find it so satisfying when a project really comes to life. When you have, like, go from idea to, especially when it's an idea for a while. Yeah, see, like, I'm looking back from here and I'm like, the buttons look so bright. But at the same time, I don't think they're wrong. I think that this turntable, like this part here, needs to even be brighter with more highlights. So I think if I add highlights here, it'll even out this. That's good. That's good win that you found a way of drawing that works for you. Yeah, it's funny, like every artist is so different in their process, even if they work with the same mediums or but it's just about experimenting and keep trying, keep learning until you find something that works for you. And it's kind of crazy because once it works for you, once you find something that works for you, it like just clicks and it just works. Like it's almost like this self-discovery. Like, wait a second, I get it now. Yeah. That's good. That's good, Win. Yeah, having those different like grades of graphite pencils is very useful in situations like that when you just want to do like the light outline. And then you can go in one with like a softer graphite, go back over with darks and really set in your outlines. Yeah. Well, if you like that, um, I might suggest, I don't know if you have any of this lying around, but you might like charcoal. Yeah, charcoal's fun. I've only done it a few times in high school. Haven't touched it since. But if you like drawing with pencil and doing that, you might like charcoal as well. Sorry, I was like all of a sudden very much in deep thought of what I was doing. So I'm so sorry. I see that there's some chats here. Ah. Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so glad that you like the Jinx poster and that you hung her up. Yay! Thank you. Hey, that's okay. Sometimes it takes a minute to set up posters and to put things up, but I'm glad that you found a place for the poster. I'm glad that you enjoy it. That brings me a lot of joy too. I just want my art to bring joy to others, and so that means a lot. Thank you. And you are so welcome as well. Oh, yeah. I know. Sorry, Athena's in focus mode. I do that a lot. Ah, I know, but when, like, going back to what you said, I think that's really cool that you did get it, you got it signed by Echo's voice actor. That's so cool. Yeah, I want to create more Arcane fan art sometime in the near future. I have so many ideas and oh my gosh, so many ideas. Yeah, and I enjoy creating fan art. I like adding to the fandom. Um, and I think fan art's fun, not just to create, but to see other people's interpretations and of like characters and it just adds. It adds so much. It like adds and builds to the world. I could do a painting of powder. That might be fun. Um, which version of powder should I do in? Because that would be fun. I want to do a powder season 2 powder cosplay so bad. Her streetwear. Oh my gosh. I have a pattern for the top and the little vest. I just have to find some like kind of lazy I think they're like overalls I have to find. Um Honestly, I was kind of even use my natural hair for it too. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna dye my all my hair blue, but I do have like the tips blue and do a little bit more for her. But I thought that would be like just such a fun, chill cosplay. I have to find fabric though, and I have to make it still. See, so many cosplans, so many things I want to do, so many ideas. Hmm. Yeah, I could do. I like also dressed up powder where she's the white dress. That one's really that outfit's so pretty. Also on my cosplans I really want to make. I haven't bought a pattern, but I have one like saved in my Etsy cart. Like one day I'll get to it. One day. Me too. Me too. I like it all. And I like her makeup as well. That might be fun. Especially if I do something where I play with a lot of motion, like dancing or something. That might be really cool. Ooh. See, now I got more ideas. Never-ending ideas. Always something new, always working on something new. But that's a good thing. Sometimes. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's like, what do I work on next? What do I work on now? What is top priority for my attention? Oh, Win, don't be sorry. Why are you sorry? You're all good. I like talking about creative things that could possibly be made. Why are you? Don't be sorry. All is good. It's actually my favorite topic to talk about is things to create, creative ideas, possibilities. I know. Blood Moon Rayla's another one of my cause plans that I really want to do. Looks like fun to make, and it's so cool. Yeah, see, I still want, like, I even want to remake my Rayla still for the third time. And I want to make the Blood Moon Huntress so bad. And I also really want to cosplay Terry. See, so many ideas. Thing is, though, I'm not very fast at making cosplays. I say that, and then I made a whole Jinx outfit in a week, 2 weeks. I still don't know how I did that. I think I just didn't breathe through the entire process. Just hustled. And I'm adding a shadow around the buttons to really set them inside the table. As you notice, I'm not completely outlining them. And I'm also going to blend out this shadow. I have to take a fuzzy brush. I think that one's too big. I think this one's smaller. And I'm really like pushing it into the canvas, really blending it. Kind of tricky because it is dry. But it's working. And as you can see, the buttons now look a little bit more inside. They're not like loading anymore. we go. Sorry, I got a bit more into focus mode again. Happens a lot. Yeah, once I'm done with this painting here, I still have my drink that I have to finish, but I also have all those zodiac chibis. But besides that, I have more food paintings if you're all interested and would rather see me paint some food. Like I have some sushi platters. I have dumplings. My dumpling painting I think should go really fast, and it looks really good even just in the outline part. If you want to see some dumplings maybe. Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely after this of my paintings for sure finish the drink because that's like almost done as well. But after the drink painting, if anyone has any suggestions of what they'd like to see next, more towards the end of the stream, I can show you the outlines of my next paintings. Kind of something to ponder and think about. Yeah, no, for sure. Finish the drink. It's so close to being done. There we go. I have to pop my back. Ugh. Stretch. I swear I was like in that one position for a long time, just like painting really quickly. Oh, thank you, Win. Thank you. Definitely trying my best. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to finally get all like to finish the table because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous. Um, I don't know why. I think it was just the perspective and the tiny details and how is everything exactly going to end up, but I'm really happy with the way it looks and where it's going. I guess I was just a little nervous to start it on stream too, because I knew it was gonna take a lot of concentration. But at the same time, I know you all understand that I'm like focusing. But I can chat too, so not to worry. I think that cord's a little too thick. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna redo it. I look at it, I'm like, that's not so good. I could do better. Fine. Where's my flat brush? There's my flat brush. There we go. Yay, multitasking, exactly. I can multitask. I think. I can try. So I'm just so how I remove paint from, at least you can do this with oil paint, is that I'm just taking my flat brush and some turpentine and I'm kind of like just erasing it away, what I was not happy with. Only really works if the layer that you're painting on is completely dry. Otherwise, it would just remove the other paint underneath it. There you go. All right. The easy peasy to erase. Not a big deal. Sometimes it can be hard. In this case, it was easy. Much easier than if I was just trying to redo it, like go back and reshape it and stuff. It's easier to restart altogether. And I think I'm gonna go even with a thinner brush. I think I'll get the look that I'm actually looking for. There's way too much turpentine, so it's just kind of like turning into watercolor. Kind of bled out a little bit because too much turpentine, which that's okay. I can correct that. I'm gonna take my tiny flat brush. Oh my gosh, I really like this little flat brush. Makes such a difference. I wish I had it sooner. There we go. All right. And since I don't want to lose the shape of the wire that I have right now, I'm going to just do all the highlights and everything next time once it's dry. Go, and I'm just adding some highlights in. There we go. I think I might even go brighter with the reflection of the yellow on the table. Let's see if I can make it brighter or if I'll need it for another layer. Might have to wait until it dries. There we go. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. It's all those tiny details that bring it all together. There we go. All right, and now it does look kind of funny because I went kind of crispy back here, but I think it looks cool crispy. I was gonna go fuzzy, but I think I like it. That means I have to bring the crispiness back up here. So, more highlight work. Yay! Gonna have it like that. And maybe bring it up a little bit. There we go. And what to do, what to do. So yep, I'm just going in with highlights where it's like the most shiny. And I'll have to be very careful in remembering what's wet and what's not because I don't want to smudge anything. There we go. Just to mix some more light blue so I can put the light blue highlights in. And I think I'll do some white highlights too, but I'm gonna do that later on a fourth layer. And also there's some details inside that I kind of missed. That I really want to re-add in. So again, in the focus mode, the concentration mode, oh, I'm not going back in. So yeah, it's just a lot of back and forth, adding in color. Adding in color and deepening shadows, like right here. There we go. And I'm just using this like round brush to blend it in. Really pushing that paint into the canvas. Oh, I would say today has been pretty good. Pretty good, pretty fun. Making good progress. I'm happy with it so far. I like where this painting is heading for sure. Which direction it's going in. Thank you, Win. Yeah, I think so. I made good progress on the painting today. I think. I mean, he's getting to the point where he's almost done now. I know a lot of people would say that it's done, especially with the way, like, like his face is pretty much there, but it's not exactly where I want it to be, and how I want him to look. So, but otherwise, I would say that the everything is pretty much. There are some highlights, like as I'm working in his jacket that I want to add, that I see in my head of how I want to add to it. The background, I'm gonna clean up this white here, really make it nice and bright. Brightening a lot of these highlights up. Can see the difference of it already. Like it's almost like it makes the whole painting a little bit more like intense, but like in a fun way. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna look. Thank you, Win, for reminding me. I saw that you did write me, and I'm sorry that I didn't get back to you lately. I'm so sorry. I see. Thank you. I'm gonna check my messages right after this, I promise. Um, lately I've been kind of bad at answering messages. I've just been busy and I don't know. I've been giving more time to my art than my phone. Oops. So I'm sorry about your message, but I will look. I will look and see. Yeah, especially want to see which the Miku that you're drawing. Thank you, Win. Thank you for always being so understanding. I really appreciate it. So, looking at the time, I think that I will finish up what I'm doing right now by working on the top surface of this table. And then I will call it a stream there once I'm done. I can't believe it already, like, the time just flew by. Kind of crazy how that happens. You want to add a bit more yellow to it. And then once I'm done with this yellow here, Then I'll move on to the blue and brighten up the blue just like how I brightened up this yellow. No, your Instagram's still not back, man. I'm sorry about that, Win. That sucks. I hope you get your Instagram back soon. That sucks. It's still an ongoing problem. Really? Wow. That's a lot of people. That really sucks. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully you get it back, and hopefully all those wrongfully banned people also get their accounts back. Yeah, and then going in with some light blue and more of like a medium color blue. And really mixing that really in there too. There we go, add little highlights there. So yeah, I'm just kind of adding highlights where the light first touches. There we go. Almost done. Almost done with what I can do today. Oh, really? What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, Instagram's got a big mess on their hand, and that's crazy. That's even affecting WhatsApp. That's crazy. Well, I have a feeling that since so many people are being affected, that you'll get your account back, Win, because I'm sure they're gonna try to give everyone's accounts back. Anyways, I guess you could just look on the bright side and be like, oh, you're taking a little social media break. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of anyone else getting banned, just you. So, I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh, fun. Well, that's good that you've been drawing, putting your focus in other places. Well, here we go. Work in progress of today. I would say that it's been really good. Here we go. Yeah. I'm really, really happy with where this painting's going and the progress. I still want to add a little bit more of highlights, especially some like sparkly white in here. I think I'm even going to go back and add it into his vest too, because now with all the gray, his white vest is looking a little gray, like almost like it's light gray. So going with that. Still got to work on the face, work a little bit on the background. But yeah, it's getting super close to being done. I'm super, super excited and I'm really happy with how this one's turning out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Win, and thank you for always joining. Thank you to everyone who joined today and created with me, hung out as I painted. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you. Um, I have. I'll show you the dumpling outline that I have in other things. I have them right here. So I'll put this aside for 2 seconds. So this is the dumpling outline that I have that I could possibly work on for a near future stream once I get Scirocco done and once I get the drink done. I could work on this one. Really like it. This one will actually go really fast. I can tell. It'll be a quickie. Oh, thank you. And then I also have a sushi plate right here that it'll take more time because I have all these are different colors. Each of the rolls are different colors in different textures. This might be a fun one to show. And the plate too has like a ornate design on it. Didn't bother drawing it because I'm planning on painting it solid one color and then doing all the designs on top. So yeah, maybe one of those for a possible future stream, something to look forward to. But anyways, I'll put those aside for the minute. And I'll put this one back here. Well, thank you again for joining, and I will be back same time next week on Tuesday. See what I'll work on. Maybe I'll have progress done of this. Maybe I'll work on the drink. Maybe some cosplay. We'll see. It'll be a surprise, like always. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day too. Alrighty. See y'all next week, Tuesday. Bye.